Hello. Today we're going to be getting into This Place Will Become Your Tomb, and the first track, Atlantic. Some of us are here just to listen to music, and some of us are here to worship. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Reagan and I am going through each album. I'm going through each album of Sleep Token, and we just finished Sundowning. We really enjoyed it, and I'm going to be releasing a tier list, a ranking of each of the songs, how I enjoyed them in order, knowing only what I know now, not knowing any like future songs and how things relate or anything like that. So look forward to that. A lot of people in my previous videos have recommended this song specifically. They say Atlantic is one of their favorites. So I have very high hopes for this one. It looks like a longer one. Some of their songs range from like anywhere from like 3 minutes to 5 minutes. So this is a bit of a longer one. Excited about that. I am really curious about how their sound is going to change. If they do new things or if they have like just like similar things and it's like a similar flavor as we get in Sundowning. I don't know. If you didn't know already, over on Patreon, we're 2 weeks ahead on our YouTube videos. So if you want to see like, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 plus videos ahead, check out the Patreon. I wanted to quickly shout out my members over on Patreon. They're fantastic. We're starting to build a little bit of community. I love seeing frequent commenters and stuff like that. And also these comments on YouTube. Thanks guys for commenting. It's always fun talking to people and seeing what these songs mean to you, how you interpreted them, etc. I love it. It's like my favorite part about making these videos. That's that. Now we're going to be listening to Atlantic by Sleep Token. Let's get into it. Yeah, I wonder how the visuals are going to change too in these like videos. 453 914M. I don't know what that means. Track 1. We always love starting with this piano. This is like almost every track they have. We start with the piano. Oh, 453. That's how long the video is, how long the song is. That's why it says that.
Call me when they bury bodies underwater. It's blue light over murder for me. Crumble like a temple built from future daughters to wasteland when the oceans recede.
We've had this theme of like water and stuff
Mary
in a few tracks.
earn your bitter fodder. It's easier to try not to eat. So flood me like Atlantic, bandage up the trenches, anything to get me to sleep.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it there. It's pretty good so far. We of course we love Vessel's vocals, you know. It seems like, I don't know if the vocals are just coming through more clear. I mean, I don't know if they're more clear necessarily, but they're super clear. Or if he's like purposely really like enunciating, perhaps. But his voice is so pretty and so clear. And I was gonna look at the lyrics real quick because I was glancing at them whenever I was like looking at the visuals. I love the fact that we don't have the half screen visuals anymore. We got the whole thing, and it's just, it's breathtaking. It's so pretty what we're looking at here. You know what? I'm reading these and it's kind of hard to understand what he's talking about here. Something kind of reminds me of like the previous album whenever he says Mary in the morning, as if like whenever people with like Sundowning with that thing we're talking about in the first album, it's like in the morning, whenever the day starts, you have like all your memory, all your capacities, mental capacities and stuff like that. But as it gets, the time goes by and it gets closer to nighttime, then you lose all those. And it's easier to try not to eat. Kind of makes me think like of like self-harm, which is like not necessarily a big thing in a lot of the music, but I feel like we've got a little bit of that. Like, well, what reminds me of it even more so is the next thing. It says, "So flood me like Atlantic, bandage up the trenches." The thing is, whenever I think of bandages, I think of like wounds, and I know Vessel has a lot of wounds on his arms, cuts and stuff like that. And there is one line in a previous song that says, "Tear my arms off," you know? Like, I think he's got a lot of cuts and stuff on his arms. And a commenter in a previous video had also let me know, like, that's partially why, you know, they paint themselves and whatever, because he has all these wounds and stuff. And then anything to get me to sleep. This is actually my favorite line. I like this because it's like either anything, because if he's trying to hurt himself, it's easier to try not to eat than maybe sleep is like death. Or anything to get me to sleep, as in like anything to bring me to sleep with a capital S. You know what I mean? I don't know. Could be either or, guys. Could be either or.
All cups surrounding, eyes like frozen planets, just orbiting the vacuum I am.
I like these like almost like space kind of themes. Outer space.
Through the damage, consequence, and how it's a pain they know they don't understand. Sobbing as they turn to statues at the bedside, I'm trying not to crush into sand. So flood me like Atlantic, weather meets in nothing, wash away the blood on my hands.
Oh. Oh, wow. I love what they do there. This is super cool. This is super cool. Is that a synthesizer? Is that what that's called? Yes. Oh, man. I think that's a guitar. These drums are insane. These drums are actually crazy.
Don't you worry me
I love Vessel. Okay, what we're gonna do, we're gonna talk about the lyrics, and then I'm gonna go back and re-listen to that last like minute or so. Okay? Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. So I had an idea of what the song started to be about, especially whenever they were saying like, I saw the line, the sobbing as they turn to statues at the bedside. So this makes me definitely think like he hurt himself. Like he hurt himself, because it's like It says, I woke up surrounded, eyes like frozen planets. And that makes me think like he woke up in bed after he tried to hurt himself, you know, bandaged up the trenches, you know, these cuts he had. I don't know how he actually hurt himself. I doubt it was from the not eating. If it was such a drastic thing, like he's in the hospital bed, I'm not sure. It's probably something more serious than that. And I like this line too. Like I said, whenever we were listening to it, I love like we're getting these like outer space lines. Like I like sci-fi stuff. It's really cool. Just orbiting the vacuum I am, as if he's like he's the center of the, like he's the focal point, right? Makes me think of a black hole, because a black hole is like a massive vacuum. It sucks in everything. Light cannot even escape it. And they're orbiting him, and maybe he's not a vacuum in the sense of like a black hole, but maybe he's like sucking away everything good, or like, I don't know. He just has this negative view of himself because he's calling himself a vacuum, and I can't see that line being anything more than negative, you know? They talk me through the damage, the consequence. This is either doctors or these people close to him that are talking to him, and they're saying how it's a pain. They know, but really they don't know. They haven't experienced what is going on for him, you know? Sobbing as they turn to statues at the bedside. Yeah, I'm trying not to crush into sand. He's trying not to just like completely crumble. Like he's already been there. He already tried to hurt himself, but he's trying not to like completely be crushed. Flood me like Atlantic, weather me to nothing. Wash away the blood on my hands. The blood on his hands are his own blood. Like he's the one who did it, you know? Call me when they bury bodies underwater. It's blue light over murder for me. I still don't know what this line, this blue light, means, but but he's obviously not hurting anyone other than himself. Okay, cool. I mean, not cool, like it's dark. Okay, so there's a lot of things with like the drums here. The drums are incredibly good. I love, so like I've said before, he really uses the hi-hat well. I like the part in it. It's like a crash snare, crash snare, crash snare. It's like a da-da-da-da-da. You guys will hear it in a sec. It's really good. And also just like so the thing is, 2 is doing a lot of things. Like this is like a pretty long sequence of drums. And with drumming, it's easier to have things like to mentally understand what you're doing, what you're going to do next. If you have sections, you have like a section of this that you do, and then you move on to a different section of doing something else, and then you move on to a different section of something else, you know? Or you go back to the first thing. That's kind of how songs repeat and stuff. Like a chorus has a certain section, like a certain like thing that you do on the drums. Same with guitar. Frequently. Not every time. Things are different. Sometimes they change it up a little bit. But in this song, near the end, whenever the drums come in and the guitar, he's doing so many things within this short amount of time. And it's not like the craziest stuff I've heard by him in like a maybe like a single action, like a single like 3-second drum roll or like, you know, maneuver. But the fact that he's doing so much and so many different things in this amount of time is very impressive. It's very, very impressive. We're going to go back to 4:10. And I love just how this sounds. Oh. In the background, those vocals are so beautiful. This one, I could see this one being one of my favorites. That was incredibly good. That was Atlantic by this in the album This Place Will Become Your Tomb. That was incredible. Yeah, I don't have much more to say. Like, I love how, yeah, we're still getting like common Sleep Token piano with like the vocals in the beginning, and that's often the majority of the song. But The lyrics were definitely different. I love the fact that we got different visuals here as well. And the lyrics were super complicated. I mean, there was at some point where it did definitely seem like we were talking about self-harm and him waking up at a hospital and all of his loved ones are there. That's definitely what it felt like. But a lot of the other lines were super confusing. So if you have any like specific take or anything, agree, disagree with my own take of the lyrics, then please let me know. That was so good. I'm really excited to listen to that again. Whenever I pull up the lyrics, I always add it to my Sleep Token playlist because it's like another badge, another song I get to add to the repertoire, to the list, that I can listen to freely. And yeah, I'm so excited that we're getting into this album now. Yeah, it's awesome. It's so great. Okay, thanks for watching, guys, and I guess until next time, right? See ya.